He's doing all types of crazy shit with a knife, like he's trying to hunt somebody.
He had a knife?
Yeah, he's waving around the neighborhood, aiming at people.
Put the knife down! Sit down! Get out of the ground right now! The fucking knife down!
According to the Attorney General's office, officers were responding to 911 calls reporting a man with a knife on 31st Street in Queens. The footage released by OSI is part of that ongoing review and is not, by itself, a final determination of criminal or civil liability. Local reporting placed the scene near 30th Avenue and 31st Street in Astoria, just before 6:30 a.m. Police said there were multiple 911 calls, and at least one witness later described seeing Wong moving toward nearby stores with a large knife and a bag.
New York City 911, do you need police telephone call?
Hello, I'm on 30th Avenue and 33rd Street in Queens, Astoria.
30 Avenue and 33rd Street.
Okay, there's a guy with a knife walking around the neighborhood.
And he's outside, correct?
Yeah, he's on the corner. He's in black jeans.
Hold on one moment. The man, is he black, white, Asian, Hispanic, Indian?
Some kind of tan. I don't know what he is.
So
He's got
we
a face mask on.
All right. Approximately how old?
I don't know. He's in a face mask.
All right, slim, medium, heavy, bill.
Slim,
What's he wearing?
black jeans, brown vest. He's carrying a white bag. He's walking around the neighborhood, like, looking at people. You better hurry up.
Back. Talking to me, not delaying police response out. And he has a mask on?
Yep. He's walking toward 32nd Street now. I'm kind of following him.
Is he waving the knife?
He's doing all types of crazy shit with a knife, like he's trying to hunt somebody. He's going to 31st Street now.
When officers arrive, they are not immediately rushing in. They appear to create space, use their patrol car as partial cover, and begin giving commands from range.
Put the fucking knife down! Put the knife down! Put the knife fucking down! Put the knife down! Put the... Yo. 114 Adam, 114 Adam. Put the knife down! 3-1 and 3-0. 3-1 and 3-0.
The first few seconds often tell you whether officers are trying to contain the scene or instantly collapse it. OSI says officers encountered Wong walking under the elevated tracks while holding a knife, and that a knife was recovered at the scene afterward. Local reporting described it as a 14-inch knife. That detail matters less for shock value and more for understanding why officers treated this as an active, lethal force threat from the start. Multiple reports say officers used tasers before firing their guns. That suggests the officers were not moving straight from verbal commands to lethal force, because it shows there was at least some attempt to stop Wong without immediately shooting him.
Put the knife down! You're in Montana! Put the knife down! Put the knife down! Put the fucking knife down! Put the fucking knife down! Yo, shoot the taser at his back! Shoot the taser at his back! Shoot the taser at his back! Shoot the taser at his back!
According to ABC7 and CBS, officers then spent roughly 56 seconds to nearly a minute speaking with Wong before the shooting. That short dialogue window is one of the most important parts of the case. Local reporting says officers Acosta and Tavares appear first, and that officers Coisy and LaMonica join moments later.
What's up?
Over there with a knife.
He had a knife?
Yeah, he's waving around the neighborhood, aiming at people.
Okay. He have a gun?
A knife.
Just a knife? Okay, where'd he go? Go.
14 Adam. 3-1 and 3-0. 3-1 and 3-0. 3-1 and 3-0.
Where Charlie? We're here.
Where are they?
No, Central, get you this here now. Get you this here now, Central. You gotta make up for it. Get you this here now. Yo! Get on the fucking ground right now! Get on the fucking ground!
Local reporting says officers Acosta and Tavares appear first, and that officers Coisy and LaMonica join moments later. That changes the geometry of the encounter. Once more officers arrive, The scene is no longer just a distant verbal standoff. Now you have movement from multiple directions, more commands, and more chances for Wong to turn toward one officer while another is repositioning. Queen's Daily Eagle reported that after initially walking away, Wong turned back toward officers Coisy and LaMonica while still waving the knife.
Get on the fucking ground right now! Get on the ground! Let's get out! Get on the fucking ground right now! Get on the fucking ground! Put the knife down, sir! Put the fucking knife down! Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired! 3-0-3-1, shots fired! Knife down! Shots fired, sister! Shots fired! Shots fired! 3-0-3-1, shots fired! Don't fucking move! Don't fucking move! Put the knife down!
Whether viewers see that as a lunge, this is the point where the encounter appears to shift from unstable to immediate. This is where you want to pause the footage and study three things: the knife hand, Wong's direction of travel, and how much room the officers actually have left.
Put the fucking knife down! Shots fired, sister! Shots fired! Shots fired! 3-0-3-1, shots fired! Fucking shit, man. Don't fucking move! Don't fucking move! Put the knife down! Put it down!
What's the boss?
OSI says officers fired their service weapons after Wong failed to comply with repeated commands to drop the knife. Local reporting says the 4 officers fired as Wong moved toward them, and that the entire encounter from first contact to shooting lasted a little over 2 minutes. Whatever anyone believes about the outcome, this is the precise moment the officers appear to conclude that distance and less lethal force are no longer enough. OSI says Wong was taken to a local hospital where he was pronounced dead. CBS identified that hospital as Elmhurst Hospital. Public reporting later identified Wong as a Queens resident. Gothamist reported a longtime neighbor said he had been cared for by his elderly parents until they died a few years earlier, and described him as someone she believed had mental health issues but was generally harmless. Police also said Wong had 2 prior incidents of mental disorder involving the NYPD. This case remains under investigation by New York's Office of Special Investigation. The footage released by OSI is part of that ongoing review and is not, by itself, a final determination of criminal or civil liability.